Hello guys, my name is Desmond and I welcome you to my lesson for today, where we'll be looking at your mathematics, obviously part of paper 2. Ladies and gentlemen, please do allow me to say it is very much important that I say it is very, very much important, because what I'm about to say is massively. Hey, massively important, ladies and gentlemen, that I say a day without learning something new, it's a day wasted. Mazozozo, please. Hamisa, please. Vanessa, please make sure that by the end of each and every lesson that I conduct, Mbalentle, make sure that you learn something new. Mzozozo, very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. So, guys, before I even start with the business of the day, can you guys confirm if all is in order? And again, can you be able to clearly hear me when I speak and able to see over there? How are you guys doing that side? Are you okay?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see over there, in today's lesson, we'll be doing a revision of this question paper. We have done it before. I think it was during term 1 when we did this question paper. I'm just not sure if it was during term 1, 2, or 3. But since we are now on this chapter, we'll just quickly go through this question paper for the last time. From there, we might not be doing this type of question papers. And one thing for sure, next week, Monday, we'll be starting a complete new chapter, of which I'll need to prepare for some notes over the weekends, which will be posted in the library. So just make sure that you are in the library, in case if you're on silver or gold package. So, good people, I'm just going to quickly read through the given statement, and then from there, do a bit of an interpretation of the given diagram. And most importantly, guys, I'm hoping to take you through all the questions in relation to this diagram. If we'll still be having some time, we will have to go through question number 5. Okay. Here we are having question 4, which reads as follows. 4.1. Good people, very, very much important that you follow the numbering system used in the question paper. Okay, so in the diagram below, A, B, C. Where's A? Okay, there's A, where's B? There's B, and there's C. And again, they say A, C, D. Where's A, C, D? Let me just quickly activate my do not disturb over there. Okay, so there is A, there is C, there is D. Okay, and A, D, E. Where's A? There is A, there is D, there is E. Are right angled triangle. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the moment they mention the word right-angled triangle. In this case, we've got triangles. Just remember that you can use the trigonometric ratios being sine, cos, or tan, or theorem of Pythagoras. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. Why? Because these are right-angled triangle. Okay, so let's see. If something is written like this, Bantu Bagiti, they are simply saying in triangle BAE, angle A is equals to 90 degrees. Let's see. What are they talking about over there? Okay, so where's B? There's B. Where's A? Up there's A. Where's E? There. Oh, now I see. Now I see. So it's more like in triangle BAE. Angle A is 90 degrees. Yes, we can also see the sign over there, the 90-degree sign. And in triangle BAC, where's B? There's B. Where's A? There's A. Where's C? There's C. They are saying angle A is 30 degrees. Okay. BC is equals to 20 degrees. Where's BC? There's B. There's, okay, makes sense. It's equals to 20, not 20 degrees, but 20 units. Very, very much important, which means it is a length which could be in millimeters, centimeters, meters, or kilometers. But in this case, they just refer to the unit as units. And AD, where's AD? There's A, there's D, is equals to 60 units. If you like, you can call it 60. It doesn't really matter that much. What matters the most is that you can be able to write it. Okay, there you go. Maybe let me pose it to you in a form of a question and say, how many triangles are we seeing on that given diagram? How many triangles are we having over there? Bantu Bagiti. Remember, guys, to all the new learners, in case if you want to participate in my classes, you just mention your name, honorable member, and I will recognize your name. After your name is being recognized, you can therefore respond to my question. This is just to avoid, just in case, I know Shreyas's network is very, very powerful. So in case if he doesn't mention his name, he's just going to give an answer. And someone in Durban who's far, maybe with the network being poor, they might not be able to catch the question immediately. So when the questions are asked, if you want to respond, you just make sure to unmute, mention your name, and I will recognize you. Then you will give an answer. Here comes the question. How many triangles are we seeing over there? And what are the names of those triangles? Is it a isosceles, Gaussian, or right-angled triangle? That was the question, Bantu Bagiti.
Hamisa.
We've got Lerato and Hamisa. Last one, who wants to give it a try?
Sir,
Sandil, do you want to give it a
it's
try,
3
honorable member?
triangles, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey,
I
Sandile,
think so.
remember to
I
mention
see
your
3
name, man.
triangles, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Sandile is seeing 3 triangles. What are the types of those
Oh,
triangles?
sorry. My name is Andy, sir.
Okay, what are the names of
The
those
right angle
3
triangles, sir.
right-angled triangles? What comes to your mind the moment you know we are dealing with a right-angled triangle? Hmm?
Quite sure, sir. I'm not quite sure, sir.
Okay. Here's someone who's quite sure. Lerato, can you just add to what Sandile has said?
Sir, I did not get that, but say I see
3 right-angled triangles.
What comes to your mind when you know you are dealing with a right-angled triangle?
We can use trig ratio to calculate the size of the angles, and the sides you can use Pythagoras to give Pythagoras.
Okay, 100%. So, ladies and gentlemen, just to make sure that we cover this question as quick as possible to allow us to move to the next question, let me just pretend to be in exam, and I'm going to show you how I could possibly answer this question. All that you need to do, honorable members, just make sure that in case if there's something that does not make sense, just make sure to mention your name, and I'll give you an opportunity to ask a question if there'll be any. Okay, so this is the first question, which says calculate the length of AC. Calculate the length of AC. And this question is allocated 2 marks, which means it is not that much complicated. All that I need to do is to calculate the length of AC. Remember, guys, very, very much important that you follow the numbering system used in the question paper. Okay, so let's see. They want us to determine the length of AC. Okay. First question, where is AC? There is AC. In which triangle? In triangle ABC, and also in ACD, we have line AC. But which triangle has enough information or more information? It seems to be triangle A, B, and C, which means that is a triangle that I'm going to use. Therefore, I can say in triangle A, B, and C, I've got enough information. What type of a triangle is that? Is it an isosceles? Is it a scalene? Or is it a right-angled triangle? It is a right-angled triangle, as it was indicated on the statement. Okay, so now because it is a right-angled triangle, what does it mean? It means I can use the cos, the sine, or the tan. These 3 things are what we call trigonometric ratios. Otherwise, I can still use theorem of Pythagoras. Most of you guys who have been attending my lesson since term 1, you do know very well that when you are dealing with a right-angled triangle, you must always think about this. Okay, so now, in which instance do you use the theorem of Pythagoras? That's if you only have the sides, normally 2 sides, and you don't have, or you're not given an angle. But in that case, we are given an angle. What is an angle that we are given? We are given angle of point A being 30 degrees. So because we are given an angle, which means we can use the cosine or tan. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. Okay, so now, what sides do I have? Obviously, I've got that angle being 30. The side opposite to that, it is opposite. And the side that they want me to calculate, it is hypotenuse. Remember, guys, always it's easy to identify a hypotenuse if you know where is your right angle triangle. This is the side which is opposite to, that means this is hypotenuse. This is the side which is opposite to the 90, which means this is hypotenuse. This is the side which is opposite, that means this is hypotenuse. All that you need to be aware of is that where is the reference angle? If the reference angle is there, it makes this side of the 90 degree and the angle adjacent, and that side opposite to that being opposite. Okay, so now In that case, what am I having? I'm having opposite and hypotenuse, which is what they want me to calculate. So which trig ratio? Is it cos, is it sine, or is it tan that has opposite and hypotenuse? I think it's sine. Let's see. Because sine of an angle is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite is what I'm calculating. The angle is 30 degrees. No. Opposite I'm given. Let's see. Hypotenuse is what they want me to calculate. Tabulate. Remember to mute your mic, honorable member. I'm just not sure. Remember, guys, in case if I mute from my side, you won't be able to communicate until the end of the lesson. Okay, so let's see. A sine of angle 30 degrees equals to, what is the opposite? Opposite is 20. Hypotenuse, I can represent it as letter AC. Then you just cross multiply. You are having AC sine of angle 30 is equals to 20 units. So this is what I'm looking for. But can you see what I'm looking for is attached to sine theta? How do I remove? Why can't I just divide by exactly that? Why? So that it cancels. Remember, whatever that you do on the left, you also do on the right. So you must divide by exactly the same thing. So now that means you remain with your AC, which is 20 divided by sine of 30. 30 being a special angle. Remember the special angles. But in this case, because they did not say without using a calculator, you can just punch all of that on your calculator so that you get an answer. This is what I'm getting. I'm just not sure if you guys are also getting the same answer. But that's how you score yourself 2 marks. You are most likely to be given a mark for correct substitution and for correct final answer. I'm not sure. Anyone who's got a question, honorable members, or was it clear to everyone? This is me in exam, remember. Any question, or was it clear?
Sir.
No question, sir.
Okay. Seems like everyone is happy with that answer. So let me just write it down over there as 40 units. Okay, let's now move on to the next question. So remember, guys, at all times, make sure to pay full attention to all the details. Okay, now they say size of CAD. Remember, when something is written like that, they want you to calculate angle A in triangle CAD. Where is triangle CAD? Okay, in that triangle, they want me to calculate angle A. Hi, how many marks? 2 marks. Okay, no, this one, it seems to be easy as well. Let's see. Hey, why is it like this one? It's a bit tricky. No. It can't be tricky because it seems like I've got enough information. Remember, what I've written there in red marker is what we were given. What is written in black marker there is what I calculated. So I've got triangle ACD. They want me to calculate angle A, which means this is my reference angle. Okay, it's now time to identify the sides. What side do I have? What is that side? Already we know that that side is hypotenuse being 60. Doesn't matter, guys, whether you call it 60 or 60. What matters the most is that you've got 6 and 0. Okay, let's see. What side is this that we have just calculated? Because this is the reference angle. Automatically or otherwise, if you wear a blazer when you go to school, it doesn't really matter if you say automatically this is adjacent. So that means our adjacent is equals to a 40 units. Remember, question wants you to calculate an angle. Because this is a right angled triangle, you are therefore forced to use cos, sine, or tan. Why? Because they want you to calculate an angle. You cannot and never, 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 never find an angle from the equation of theorem of Pythagoras. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. Okay, which trig ratio has got hypotenuse and adjacent? From the top of my head, I know is cos theta being equals to adjacent over a hypotenuse. So this is what they want you to calculate. But that angle has got a name, and it is called angle A. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, that you pay full attention to all the details. Okay, let's substitute. So we are actually trying to calculate for angle A in triangle ACD. Let's see, what is the adjacent? It is actually 40. What is the hypotenuse? The hypotenuse is 60. Doesn't matter whether you call it 60 or 60. What matters the most is that you've got 6 and 0. Okay, let's see. Obviously, because we want to calculate for that, we need to get rid of that trig ratio. That is why we are having some call it a cos, or otherwise you can just say a second function of that on your calculator so that you get an answer. I'm not sure. You guys, are you able to calculate or calculate that side? Can you also take out your calculator and calculate? This is what I'm getting, guys. I'm just not sure if you guys are also getting the same answer. But when I calculate using my calculator, this is what I'm getting. How many marks? This was allocated to. I'm not sure. Are you also guys getting the same answer when you calculate?
It's 48,19.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Good morning.
Okay, let me write it there. Maybe do that and say angle A in triangle CAD is equals to 48,19 degrees. I'm not sure. Is everyone happy, or is there someone who's got a question before I move on to the next question? Mazozozo, are you happy there, Mzozo Yana? Vanessa, Sanda Mavundla, kuhamba njani lapha? It's right. Smoja. Okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
had
Yes, sir.
Shreyas indicating that all is in order. Okay, so let me then remove all of this, and then from there we'll move on to the next question. Let's see what is the next question. The next question says length of DE. Length of DE. And this question is allocated 3 marks. Yo. So it seems like I am actually forced to use triangle A, D, and E because that is the triangle that has what is it? Let's see. There we've got A, here we've got E, here we've got D. What else do we have? We just know that this side is actually equals to 60 units. Something that you need to be aware of, ladies and gentlemen, at all times. When you are dealing with a triangle, it doesn't matter whether it's a right angled triangle, it doesn't matter whether it is an isosceles or scalene. You need to have two known values in order to calculate the third unknown. So, in case if you are not given all the information, but somehow you need to hustle, Bantu Bakiti. You need to hustle and try by all means to find the other information so that you can have at least two known values. In this case, it seems like I've got an angle of that triangle, and again I've got an angle of that triangle. I've got the angle there, and I have the total angle. Did they not say this is 90 degrees? Remember, I'm there at that point A. They did say this is 90 degrees. But if now I know this angle being 30 degrees, and I've just calculated this one, Bantu Bagit. Did we not get it as 48,19 degrees? If I know the whole of this or the whole of that is 90 degrees, that means I can easily calculate this one, Mos. Because this angle plus this one, the total is equals to 90. Maybe let me call it angle X for now. So what I'm saying is angle X plus that one for 30 degrees plus the one I've calculated being that must be equals to 90 degrees because the total is 90 degrees. It doesn't mean at all times it might come in this manner. For example, if maybe you are given, let's say, these lines, and let's say maybe you are given that angle and they say it is, let's say maybe 70 degrees, and maybe this one is 60 degrees. Because you know that from here to there, the total angle is 180. So that means this angle, that angle, and this angle, when added together, it has to give you 180 degrees. Which means when you say 70 degrees plus the angle in between plus that one being 60 has to be equals to 180 degrees, which means you can take this two to the other side and then you calculate for the angle in between. The same thing can be applied over there. I think two of these is actually what? 78,98. Take it to the other side and say 90 minus that. That is going to give you that angle, which is going to be that angle. The moment you have that angle, then it means you've got 1, 2. Therefore, you can easily calculate DE. And that's how you will score yourself 3 marks. Very, very much important, ladies and let's see. 90 minus, let me just say 48, comma that minus 90. I'm getting 11.81. I'm just not sure if that is what everyone is getting over there. But I'm sure you guys are now having a better understanding of what is going on over there. So now this is a right angled triangle. What trig ratio can I use? Obviously, already I know this is hypotenuse. It is always the side opposite to that corner of the 90 degree. And then if this is the reference angle, automatically it makes this side adjacent. The side opposite to the reference angle, we call it opposite. So it seems like DE, it is the opposite, this is adjacent, and there we've got an angle. Which trig ratio has opposite and adjacent? That is tan. So that means tan of 11.81 degrees is equals to DE over 60, being opposite over adjacent. So you just cross multiply. It's more like DE times 1 is equals to DE, which is equals to that times that, being 60 tan over 1 point that degrees. I'm not sure. Can everyone take out their calculator and calculate what is 60 tan 11,81? This is what I'm getting, Bantu Bagiti. I'm just not sure if you guys are also getting the same answer. I'm not sure, guys, but this is what I'm getting. 12,55 units. Remember, guys, just in case if you notice a mistake that I'm making, just make sure to let me know, because I might have made a mistake somewhere in terms of calculations. But one thing for sure, what I'm telling you, it is 100% correct in terms of explaining the approach when you are dealing with this type of questions. So that is how you score yourself 3 marks. You are most likely to score your mark for that angle that you calculated, and also for correct substitution, and finally the last one coming from your final answer. I'm not sure. Remember, guys, this is me in exam trying to write, but at the same time explaining to you how I'll be thinking when I approach this type of questions. But one thing for sure, if I were to write this without having to speak, I'm sure by now I'll be frying some eggs and preparing to eat, because I would have done way long, I would have done a very long time ago. So I'm just not sure, but towards the days on which you guys will be writing your exams, just make sure to never, especially starting from the 1st of next month, I am begging you guys to never miss my upcoming lessons, because on random lessons, I'm just going to take out a question paper that I'm going to write from the start until the end, where I'll be skipping some questions which I haven't done with you guys, just to give you a feel of at what pace, how you should be thinking when you'll be writing exams. What do you need to avoid during exams? At what pace, how you should be thinking, how do you represent your final answer? So I won't be explaining much, but I'll just be answering questions. And I would also encourage you guys to participate, in a sense that I will just have a question paper posted in the group, then I'll just open it on my side, you guys open it as well, and then from there we open one question, we discuss it quickly, and then from there we start writing. When we are done with that one, we move on to the next one. Just in case if you are being left behind, that's when you will notice that you need to improve on your pace of writing, or otherwise you need to improve on planning or strategizing, because sometimes you get to exam, you end up not answering all the questions, but you are not sure if it's because you were writing too slow, you were thinking too slow, you were not strategizing that good. So you will learn from someone who got distinctions in mathematics, physical sciences, life sciences, and other subjects. I'm going to show you guys, the strategies that I was using during my time. I crammed a lot of stuff during my times, guys. Just listen to this. Those who attended my lessons since from the beginning of this year, they will tell you what exactly is this. Listen to this. In 3, 2, 1. Hydrogen, heli, bipo, kanov, ninamake, alsip, saplorakon, iyo, kika, sektivi, kruma, kong, 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 emo. Fekonekuze. Great. Hey, those of you guys who've been attending my lessons since the beginning of this year, what did I just sing? Do you guys know? Hey, are you all guys mafikizo? Lerato. Lerato started with me since last year. I can see the mafikizolos. Amy is mafikizolo. Slender, Shreyas is not. Sandile, Hamisa, Chumi Chumi, Tabile. Hey, Gracie ancestor, that one. She's been with me. SCP, that one ke ancestor. Sizeni. Hey, no, mafikizolo. Ndogzin, mafikizolo. Vanessa, Mzozozo. Yo. Sine Mzozozo. Zweletu, Lerato. As the young sister. You remember, Lerato, I told you guys about the story of young sister. There was a guy during our time. They asked a question, and the answer to that question was ancestors. Hey, that guy raised up his hand. Alex, what is the answer? Young sisters. Heaven. Ancestors. Young sisters. Yo. Lerato, as our young sister, what was that song? Can you tell our new friends what that song is? I will know if you have been banking my lessons, Lerato. Amusing. Yes. You haven't been banking my lesson. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I've just sang, it's a periodic table. When I was in grade 10, I remember myself trying to cram periodic table, and I had to use the first few letters of each element to form a song. For the last time, hydrogen, heli, bucanov, ninamake, alsip, saplorago, caseptivi, chromium, emon, feconeko, ze, kage asebron. Great. Hey, that is the song, guys. Even today, I still remember this song. I think very soon I'm going to release an album. I'm just not sure who's going to produce our song. Shreyas, are you sure there in KZN you're a producer of Amapiano there? Are you sure you can produce this song, Shreyas?
Maybe I can, so.
Hey, Shreyas the producer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's try to have a look at question 4.2, which says solve for x. Correct to 1 in capital letters to 1. Bantu bagit to 1. Round it off to 2. If you round it off to 2 decimal places. Round it correct to 1 decimal places where x is between 0 and 90 degrees. Remember, guys, if something is written in this manner, it simply means where the, not where, but where the angle is between 0 and 90 degrees. Zelo. You know the guys from, is it Malawi? Not sure if they don't know how to say R, but their R is L. Is what? Is L. Yes, L. Zelo. From time to time, I'm just going to be trying to imitate so that I hear how it sounds. So just in case if you hear me saying zero, just know I'm saying 0. You must say 0. Me, I'm done with school, guys. I can just call it however I like. But if a question comes and you say zero, I'm telling you, I am telling you, we are going to give you a very big zero. Okay, so here it says solve for x. Good people, when the question says solve for x, your final answer must be nothing else other than x. Just say in the end, x is equals to whatever. In this case, 4.2.1, you are given tan x, which is equals to 2.01. It's given 2 marks. Or even the Chinese, I think it's the Chinese. There's no, it's not the Chinese, but it's the guys from somewhere in Africa who call one wang. Oh, wang pong wang. I'm sure you guys know the guys. Let's see. We are having a tan x, which is equals to 2.01. And this question is allocated 2 marks. Let's see. Guys, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. So can you see what I'm looking for is attached to a trig ratio? How do you detach a trig ratio? You just say a second function of whatever the trig ratio is. So otherwise, arc whatever of that trig ratio. I'm just trying to connect my power bank there. I notice I'm speaking too much English, which is showing my battery there. Okay, so let's see. There, it means we are going to have our x, which is equals to second function. This is how you detach the trig ratio from that. What is the answer there? I'm sure someone already calculated this one. What is the answer there? Second function of 2.01. I'm getting the 63.5 degrees. Remember, this is an angle that we are calculating. That's why it ends up in degrees. I'm not sure. Is everyone happy there? Does it make sense to everyone? Are you guys still there, or did you guys run away? Hey, Chumi. Chumi.
Yes, sir.
Nijabulile lapho. Niyayizwisisa le nto le ukuthi yenziwa kanjani.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There, boom, 2 marks. Let's maybe try to move to the next question. So let's see. The next question says 5 cos x plus 2, it's equals to 4. Remember, guys, we are, how do I say it? Trying. Remember, guys, we are trying to solve for x, and this is what we are given in this case, and this one is allocated 3 marks, delay marks. Yes, it's allocated delay marks. So remember, guys, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm going to detach everything attached to what I'm looking for. But before I do that, I've got 2 terms on this side, there and there. So this one is a number, on the other side is a number. Let me take it to the other side. So that means I still have that term as it is. There I've got 4 minus 2, which is equals to what? It's equals to 2. So let me just write 2 over there. So remember, guys, I want to detach this one. So I'm going to divide by exactly that. Why? So that it cancels out and I remain with cos x, which is equals to 2 over 5. Remember, guys, remember, this is exactly what I'm trying to calculate. Can you see? I had a rough diamond. I had to take away some stones over there, and now I had to clean it up so that I get closer to the gold. So now let's take it through the last process. This is how you therefore go through the last process. Let's see. What is second function of cos of 2 over 5? What is that? This is what I'm getting. 66.42. Remember, degrees. Because what we are calculating is an angle. So an angle is measured in degrees. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. By so doing, you score yourself how many marks is it allocated? I think it's allocated oh yes, it's allocated 3 marks. I'm not sure. Am I the only one who's happy, or is everyone happy?
Sorry, sir. Didn't the question say to 1 decimal place?
Hey, 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 hey. This is what you do. This is what you do if you round it off to 2 decimal places. Hey, my chance. I tested you on 4.2.1 and you guys kept quiet. Someone noticed it. So that means all of you guys, I must just ngo. Why? Because you did not notice. And I did say it multiple times, guys. Remember, as I'm doing these lessons, I do have some tactics that I use to check if you guys are still with me. It seems like it's only one honorable member who is with me. Who was that? Who noticed that I was rounding to 2 there?
Vanessa.
Yo. Vanessa, usebenzile ntombo. Usebenzile. Uyayidla iphuthu, Vanessa? Or uyayazi iphuthu? Are you there in KZN, Vanessa?
Sorry, sir. I'm from Limpopo.
Oh, Limpopo. Is it Limpopo, Limpompo, or Limpopo? What is it?
Limpopo.
Nie. Limpompo. One disappoint, Vanessa. Limpompo. One disappoint, Vanessa. Mara go Limpopo ke boswa ka mashoja mos. Gore wena wa itse mashoja.
Yes, sir.
Wa kela wa tseba, Vanessa. Hey, Vanessa. How is mashoja?
I do.
Oh, hey. Bese ke maketse ke ra Vanessa wa shaya Vanessa. Okay. Vanessa, well done on that one. So that's how, or that is the only way in which I'm able to notice if you guys are with me. Well done on that one. I'm going to buy you a mashoja, acha, lemulacha. Forgetting that one correct. Okay, so here we are having 4.2.3. What is that? Pra examiner o ira bjang bjano, o tlhoma bjang bjano. What is that? Oh, these are what we call the reciprocals. You remember, guys, we have cosec, we have sec, we have cot. These are the reciprocals or the inverses of the trigonometric ratios. What are the trigonometric ratios? It's tan, what is it? A sine, and what else? We also have cos. There's a learner who said, if you want to know which trig ratio belongs to which reciprocal, just look at the third letter number 3 there. What is letter number 3 there? You have C O S. So that means this S is for sine. That means it is the reciprocal for that. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Letter number 3 is what is cos. So C for for cos. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. What is letter number 3 is tan. T for tan. So that's how you know which trig ratio belongs to which trigonometric what is it, inverse or so these are what we call trigonometric ratios, and these are what we call the inverses or the reciprocals. It depends on what a word you would like to use. In case if you go to camps, guys, just shine, man, just show them babonise ukuthi wathenda lama classes anomzana Desmond. Just say these are what we call the trigonometric ratios, and they also have their reciprocals. In some instances, other learners would call it the inverses. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you get it? The machinery. If you don't get it,
Forget about it.
forget about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we are given a fraction on this side and we just have a number on that side. I think the first thing that we can do is just to cross multiply. Let's see. We are having cos x. No, it's not cos, but it's cosec x, which is equal. What is this times that? Is it not 6? Yes. That is 6. But now, cosec, we just know that letter number 3, 1, 2, 3, it actually corresponds with sine. But now, how do I write this thing in a form of sine? Remember, if you have cosec, this thing is the same as 1 over sine. Remember, third letter being for that. If you have sec, 1, 2, 3 cos, so that means this thing is actually the same as 1 over cos. If you have cot, this thing is the same as 1 over tan, which means bantu bakithi, this one is actually the same as 1 over sine x, which is equals to sec x. Ba re ke mang Vanessa bomma ba bitsa eng ntho ba bitsa sec x ko Limpopo ngere. So that means we're having 1 over 6 no sine x. Lo wena o bitsa sec x, or is it 6? What is it? Hey, Vanessa o balekile. Okay, so now how about we cross multiply, because we notice we've got a fraction on the other side. So we can also fractionalize this one to be 6 over. You might find that in dictionary there's no such a word called fractionalize. That is me just trying to explain that we also make this one a fraction. so that we can cross multiply. So that means we are having a secant sine of that being equals to 1, because 1 times 1 is equals to 1. So now let's divide by 6. Remember, whatever that you do on the left, you do on the right. Why did you have to? So that it can. So now that means we end up having we need to detach that, and I've said this is how you detach it. Then you end up having the whole of that. So that is that. Bantu bagit. Let's see. Second function of 1 over, we've got 6 over there. This is what I'm getting, 9.6 degrees. Remember, they said solve for x. So in the end, your final answer must be x is equals to some. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. By so doing, you score yourself what is it? 3 marks. 3 marks. I'm not sure. Am I the only one who's happy, or is it everyone who's happy?
It's happy.
Trias is happy. Who else is happy?
Okay.
Last one to confirm.
So we're happy.
A spokesperson has spoken on behalf of everyone. I think we still have some few minutes. Let's maybe try to do that one, so that we know that we have concluded this one. Remember, guys, for those of you guys who are available over the weekends, depending on your package, remember, there will be physics lessons tomorrow, same time, same place. Just make sure that you don't miss that. We have just started electricity, which is what I'm going to also take you through. But most importantly, there was a question that we were doing last week. It's unfortunate the network was a bit poor, but we did try to push it, even though we did not go far. As a result, we might need to redo that question. So just make sure that you do not miss tomorrow's lesson. Let's see. Consider remember, guys, this question is is sent in the group. Consider f of x, which is being equals to -3 tan of x. What's going on there? Unumzana examiner ufuna uthi senzeni lapho, awuthi but you consider the function f of x being equals to -3 tan x. 5.1.1, but sketch on the grid provided in the answer book. Lucky you are provided with the grid. Sketch the graph of f where the angle is between 0 and 360. Clearly show all the intercepts and asymptotes. Okay. So can you see? They are saying angle. What is it? Between 0 and 360 degrees. So now I do know very well that our function, it is actually going to be on this side of the x-axis. Obviously there we've got the y-axis. Maybe let's say here we have 1 and then we have negative 1. Why am I writing 3 there? Obviously, there we've got 0. But remember, guys, the critical values. You remember I did explain how to calculate the critical values. If you are a newbie, just make sure to send me an inbox after this lesson so that I can send you a link where I did an introduction of this chapter. What are the critical values? The critical values are those values that you need to have there on the x-axis so that you can nicely plot your function. How do you calculate those? I think the formula I said is period that you just divide by 4. What is the period for tongue? If you guys remember from that lesson, what is the period for tongue? Baleka ngenyawo zobili ezinye izinto azifuni uqhoxa, azifuni ingqondo, azifuni lutho. Baleka ngenyawo zobili chumi chumi baleka balega, Sanda balega, Sandi bal. Hey, did you guys run away? What is the period for time? If you guys remember.
80.
It's 180.
Yes.
180.
Yes. I thought you guys ran away. So you just say 180 divided by 4. What is that? What is that? Let's see. Is it 45? 180 divided by 4 is 45.
45.
Yes. 45 degrees. Remember, guys. Remember, if this was given as, let's say, negative 3 tan maybe 2x, the period, it is not 180 in this case. Remember, we said the formula for calculating the period being the period is equals to 4 sine and cos function. That means it is going to be 360 degrees divided by b. But for tan, it is going to be 180 degrees divided by b. What is b? B, it is the value which is between the trig ratio, which could be tan, sine, or cos, and the angle. So here, if it's 2, that means the period is going to be 180 divided by 2, which is 90. That will be the period for a function having that number in between. If that number was 3, you're going to say 180 divided by 3. If it was cos there, it was going to be 360 divided by whatever number that is in between the cos and the angle. Also, if it was sine, the angle in between. So in that case, why is it 180 there? It's because the number in between is actually invisible 1. So because you know that for tan, period is 180, it's more like it's 180 divided by 1. It is just 180. Then you divide it by 4 to get the critical values. CV, yes, critical value. So that means your critical value is 45. What does critical value mean? It means you space your intervals at 45 degrees. So that means there you are going to have 45 followed by 90, 45 followed by there, what is it? I think is 180. 45 in between, and then 270, and then the last one being 360. I just know that we've got 90 there, we have 180 there, we have 270 there, we have 360 there. This is the limitation of the range that we were given. But remember, our CV was equals to what? 45. It's more like you start from 45 and then on your calculator you plus 45, you have 90. You plus 45, what are you having? What is 90 plus 45? It's equals to 135. That means you must show 135 degrees. You plus again by 45, you have 180. You plus again, then you get 225 degrees. You plus is 270. You plus is 315. Can you see how you get the critical values? You plus, you end up at 360 degrees. I'm not sure. Before I start plotting, do you guys all understand what I've just done over there? Does it make sense to everyone? Or am I losing you there, guys?
It makes sense, sir.
Last one to confirm. Why is it like everyone ran away, guys? Grace, kuhamba njani lapho Ntombo? Ujabulile lapho? Gracie, mungani wa mina, kuhamba njani lapho? Izakuhlukumeza i-network? Hayibo. uGracie akafuni ukungikhulumisa namhlanje. Kulungile. Ngizomthola. Okay, so let's see. Easy, 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 easy. All that you need to do, guys, you just need to find the corresponding y value by just substituting there. Let's see. On your calculator, you just punch -3, turn off. You start with angle 0. I'm getting 0, guys. So you just make a dot there. And then you update there. You go to angle 45. I'm getting -3. And then from there, you go to 90. What are you guys getting there when you punch? Hey. Oh, 90 gives error, guys. Oh, hey. Bengisatugile. 90 gives you error. So error, that's where you do those broken lines, well known as asymptotes. Asymptotes. Okay, I just remembered. Then you delete, you go to 135. We are getting +3. Just make a point there to say where it is that it gives you that. Let's go to the next point. That is the next point. It's 180. 180 gives 0 there. Okay, next point. Let's see. 225. I'm getting -3. So just make a point there to say there it gives you that. Okay, let's go to 270. Hey, maths error. Hey, what's going on there? Maths. Oh, sengiyakhumbula manje. Where it gives me error, this is what you do. Let's go to 315. I'm getting +3. I'm getting +3 there. I'm suspecting the next one is going to give us 360. Yes. It gives that. So now it's just a matter of connecting the dots. Let's see. It's just a matter of now collecting the dots. Remember, guys, you need to draw it nicely, very, very nicely. Draw it very, very nicely. So remember, guys, that one, it was supposed to go and touch that one there, and then this one, it goes there to do. Hey, no. I'm not making a very nice shape there. Maybe it's because of not having enough space, but this is how it goes. And then it continues. But remember, it has to get closer to that asymptote there. So this thing, it is not drawn to scale, hence I'm not having enough space over there. Let's see that one, it was coming like, okay, yes. So this one, obviously, it goes like that. Yes. Something very much important. Vanessa, ka Sepedi re re e rapalla le asymptote, meaning it keeps on getting closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer as it continues, but it never touch, it never cross. Same thing happening there as well. It was just going to keep on getting closer to that. Same thing happening here, closer to that. Same thing happening here. Same WhatsApp group. Okay. I'm not sure. Did you all understand what I've just done over there? Is it everyone who understands what I was doing over there? Or otherwise, some of you might not understand because you did not attend my lesson where I was doing an introduction. But does it make sense what I've done over there to everyone?
Yes, I understood.
Yes, sir.
Last one to confirm.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 100%. So this is exactly how you score yourself through yo. Can you see how greedy examiner was in this case, guys? 3 marks. Sebenza kangaka. Hayibo. Lo mnumzana ugreedy. 3 marks. I think this deserved a 4. But anyway, with it being given 3 marks, it means this type of questions are not that much complicated. They are not complicated at all. So just make sure that you do not. Okay, so let's see. Hence or otherwise, write down these questions are allocated 1 marks, guys, and they are not talking too much. They are not saying calculate. They are not saying start a prayer. They are not saying throw bones to consult with your young sisters, but they are saying hence or otherwise. Write down the value. No. Where am I seeing the value there? What am I smoking now? Okay. Write down there a period of f. What is the period of f, Bantu Bakiti? What is that? Did everyone balek? Chumi the Chumis, are you there? Hey. Am I alone now? Let me check. You might find that I'm speaking alone here. Let's see. You guys are still there, Mus. Mzozozo. What is the period of F?
180.
Yes. Yes. It's 180 in that case, guys. So all that you do, you just say 5.1.2 the period of F is equals to 180, not just 180, but 180 degrees. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. Yo. Here's another one which says equation of H. If H is the reflection of F about the x-axis, about the x-axis. This one, it might be tricky on you guys, but I'm just not sure. Is there someone who wants to give it a try?
Isn't it 3 times x because the
Who's speaking there?
Vanessa?
Oh, Vanessa. Or go iragalang flo fa go loha go etsagalang o ro ira bjang?
Since it's the reflection in the x-axis, the y is gonna take a negative. We're gonna change the sign of the y, and then therefore, since even the x is a negative, then negatives are gonna fall off, and then I'm gonna be left with 3 times of x. I'm not sure.
Yo. Kana o ira great man, Vanessa. Is it 12 or wa rewrite? Are you doing matric rewrite?
I'm doing grade 12.
He wa ba itse bana ba le ba tseba answer or what is 1 plus 1? Say 1 plus 1, let me think. I think it's 2, say, but I'm not sure. Vanessa, ora usho ntombo. Ora usho. Okay, what is 1 plus 3?
4.
Hey, usho.
Yes.
Hey, comply, Vanessa. Comply. So, you are 100% correct. You are 100% correct. And I know you are sure, the V. You are 100% sure. You know, when you want to know if a learner is good, you will hear them giving an answer, and in the end they say, I'm not sure. Just like H. 1 plus 1, I think, is 2. But I'm not sure. The magazine, I'm just not sure if you understood what she has said over there. And I'm also not sure of how to explain this one. So when we say something, it rotates about an axis, it's more like we swing this same thing about that. If we swing it and we rotate, or let's say we rotate it, yes, we rotate it about the x-axis. Ripendula, guys, this thing ripendula, it's more like we pendula. Okay, let's pendula just this part about the x-axis. We pendula it like that, which means it is now going to be in that direction, this one. Also, let's pendula that part. If we pendula it, it doesn't matter whether you say you pendula it from this side or you pendula it from that side. What matters the most is that it swings about that axis. So when you pendula this one, that means this arrow, it is going to be there and that one is going to be there. So when we pendula it, this is how it is going to end up looking like. That's when we say we pendula something about the x-axis. You just rotate it. This one also, when you pendula it, this is how it will look like. If you pendula this thing about the y-axis, Bantu Bagit, same principle applies. It's more like you now take this thing from the positive x-axis and then now you bring it to the other axis, which is to the negative axis. So what Vanessa was saying over there, let me just remove all of this. What Vanessa was saying over there, she is actually saying, remember that thing f of x originally is y is equals to negative 3 tan of x. So she's basically saying when you rotate it about the x-axis, you are simply making the y a negative value. Why? Because remember, originally, can you see what y was? It was negative value, or it was on the negative side, or it was on the other side of the y. It was on this side of the y. The moment you rotate it about the x-axis, it's more like the y now, it changes. So I think, Vanessa, just correct me if I'm wrong. Always when they say this thing, it rotates about the x-axis, just make your y negative and write everything else as it is. So now remember, they want you to give the function of h of x. So that means you need to rewrite all of this in the correct format. Why? Because already this is now h of x, because it has reflected now about the x-axis. For you to reflect it, you just put a negative there. But you know that functions are represented as positive y. So that means you need to divide by negative 1. There's that invisible one. You must also divide by that negative over there. That negative goes away, and then that one also goes away. So you remain with y, which is equals to now positive 3 tan x. That means actually h of x, it is just positive 3 tan x. I'm not sure. Did you guys understand that? Or is it only me who understand what I was saying there? I'm sure Vanessa understands and agree with me on that one. But is everyone understanding there? But Bagit.
It's understood.
Yes, sir. We understand.
Yes, sir.
Tabile. O Tabile ka fo. Sando Mavundla. Are you happy there? Nontogozo Mkize. Are you okay that side?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You understand, ne?
Yeah, I understand everything. Thank you.
100%. So now I'm going to tell you, Vanessa, what I used to do with this type of questions. I think I've always known that whether it reflects about the x-axis or about the y-axis, something has to be negative with it. You just need to negative something. If it reflects about the x-axis, you negative y. If it reflects about the y-axis, you negative x. So if they said it reflected about the x-axis, that means you are going to have exactly that being done, but here you negative this thing. And when you have a negative angle, that a negative, you can take it to the other side. So that means you actually have negative, which is that negative. And then you now have that negative 3 tan, you now have positive x. Then this times that, it ends up being positive tan x. So I'm about to make a conclusion on something there, guys. And Vanessa, I will need you to open your eyes and open your ears there. So let's see. It's more like, according to me, I used to know that if it rotates about the x-axis or the y-axis, it doesn't matter what you are given there. If you are given, let's say, a y is equals to sine of, let's say, 3x. If they say this thing rotates about the x-axis, that means the new equation, which could be k of x or h of x, you just put a negative there, and then you say it is sine x. If it rotated about the y-axis, it was still going to be the same thing, especially if the question is allocated 1 mark. But if it's allocated some mark and they say calculate or show calculations, that's where you can start by putting a negative there and everything, then you divide by that you show. If it rotates about the y, then that's where you have, let's say, sine 3, then you have, let's say, negative 3 there, and then you take that 3 to the other side to be a coefficient. But if it's just 1 mark, you just know that whatever that is given, the sign of this a value, you just change it. If originally it was negative, you just change it to be positive. Doesn't matter whether it rotates about the x or the y axis. In the end, you're just going to have the opposite sign over there. I'm not sure. Vanessa, ke boletse go tletse seatla foo kgotsa no, that is Tswana. Limpopo ra bolela. A re bolele, Vanessa. Vanessa, ya kwala ko kgoneng.
Yes.
Ke bolela nnete ka tse ke di boletseng.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vanessa has just confirmed that all that I've said is correct. Whether it rotates about the x or the y axis, your coefficient or the sign of your a value, it is going to change. I'm not sure. Before I close the lesson for today, is it everyone who's happy, or is it just me and myself who's happy? Did you guys all understand the business of the day?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Understood, sir.
Understood.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for joining. I hope you guys did enjoy as much as I did. Just make sure, guys, that you don't miss tomorrow's lesson. Remember, we are not going to be closing. It will be lessons every day. For those of you guys who are doing accounting, just make sure to tune in during weekdays at 18:30. You can just send an inbox, then I'll give you a link to another classroom where they do accounting. Very, very much important, ladies and gentlemen, over there. For those of you guys who are on gold package, you do have access to extra private lessons on weekly. Okay, so guys, since you all indicated that you are all happy, the last thing that I want you guys to be aware of is that there's a library. We've got our online library where you can find all the necessary information. I'm talking about question papers and memos, the notes that I use to prepare for my classes, study guides, and all additional information that you might need is posted in the library. So just make sure to go into the library and click on the pinned message. Then it is going to explain to you in terms of how you search the information, and also it has a list of everything that is posted in there so that you don't keep on scrolling not knowing what is the information in there. So when you search, for example, you can just say a geography grade 10. Then it's going to give you a list of question papers with the memos from the past 5 years. So guys, thanks very much for joining. I hope you did enjoy as much as I did. You guys have a very good night. My name is Desmond, and I'm out.
Sir.